very excited. So we're in Jess's flat. This is Jess's abode. We're in the corner of the room, so I apologise for it being a little bit dark, but this is the best we can do. It's because we've got to make do with what you've got. Go watch it. And it's a bit dark, but we'll get there. We decided, because we live in Scotland and we're in Fife, and it is absolutely Baltic outside. So Jess had this bright idea that seeing as we were at home and it was more relaxed, we'd wear our onesies. So here we are, this is Jess' onesie, and this is my onesie. I'm Batman. I don't know who you are. IKEA.
I'm Christmas. I'm Santa Claus. I'm a Christmas onesie. She's
IKEA and I'm Batman. Batman. And then, so we've got to do our Wednesday Night Live wave. Ready? Do you try to work out how long it had been? It's been nearly a year since we've done this. It seems like just yesterday. So I don't very often get nights off, especially on a Wednesday. So we've here we are. Oh, how excited! What are people saying?
Oh, hang on now.
Hello, Paula and Jess. Hi, I can't even see because I don't have my glasses
Kerry
on.
Clifton. Hi to you in the corner of the room in Jess's Tom Kavanagh. Hi, Paula.
Hi. So I got my cup of tea, look, and then Lindsay made us this, look at one of them weird things, isn't that lovely? And Jess, she collects cows. She's obsessed with cows.
Obsessed?
Obsessed. So wherever we go, we tend to buy, cow things. So we bought this little Highland cow and I thought it would look quite nice there. And she's got like a moo cow thing up there and the cow, she's just covered, everything's covered in Highland cows, wherever you look.
Both of you, Kathleen Hall, hi, both of you are in Fife. It's freezing here.
It is cold. It's raining. It's pouring down.
Oh, Val Pardy watching whilst chilling in the hot tub.
And I can't believe, so I put the photograph on of me and Jess in our onesies and said, come and share your onesies. Let's all have pictures. And people have been putting, it's too hot for onesies.
Not hot here.
I'm like, where is it too hot? Honestly, we had to put our heating on and light a coal fire. It is that cold. But I like it like this.
But I'm quite hot in this onesie.
I am, but we can't take it off. Please don't ask me to take my onesie off. Shall I pretend?
No.
So, what you all been doing? What you all been doing? What's going on in the world of you, all of you out there? We've been...
Denham Connor, I'm obsessed with cows too. I'm convinced I can speak cow.
Oh, so can she? Like whale, like Dory, like moo. We had, so going back a couple of weeks, I don't know if you all saw the pictures on Facebook, we do live in the middle, literally, of nowhere. And with a huge, great big drive up a middle of nowhere hill. And we were laid in bed and I said to Kev, can you hear cows? And he went, no, I can't hear them. Because often we can hear sheep and things and the sound of the sheep travels.
Oh, we could hear them far away.
We could hear them, but we could really hear them. And I could hear them kind of like an angry cow, like, mmm. And then, that's my cow impression. And then I said to Kev, I can really hear cows, you've got to get up. So we got up, we've got like Velux windows, however you pronounce it. And he opened the thing and he went, holy moly. That front garden, the front drive is covered in cows. Like the cows had escaped. This is at 6 o'clock in the morning, I hasten to add. So Kev rushed downstairs, went across and woke Jess up because she lives with me. And then we all ran downstairs and the bull, the big bull, was right at our front door as if he was trying to borrow a cup of sugar. He was like making bull moo, really angry. And Kev had to shoot them down. And Kev was just in his boxer shorts, his underpants, honestly, you couldn't write this stuff. And then, of course, this one, Mrs. Turnip, the other day with the hedgehog, decided she'd video me, my big fat derriere, in the middle of the night. But the hedgehog, just to illuminate you, was walking down the drive, like, kind of waddled, don't they? I should be a hedgehog. It's kind of like waddled, and it wouldn't move. So we kept reversing back, and there's our road, there's nowhere else you can go but straight ahead, it's so narrow. So I had to get out to try and woofed it into the side. But I don't speak hedgehog. But do you know the little thing? It growled. They growled and hissed. So as I'm going to pick it up, it went, and then it took off. It was like a possessed viper. So we had to shout Kev, and then she made me run all the way home. I was just, honestly, utter nonsense where we are.
Very funny. It
was funny. I think a lot of people liked what she did put up. So, just want to mention very quickly, while I have your attention, I'll have your attention.
You're talking an awful lot.
I do talk a lot. While I have your attention about the Facebook fraud pages that we keep getting. They are not me. I don't even have a private Facebook page. I don't own one. This page that you're seeing me on now is the only page I own in the world. That's it. And I'll never ask you for a £10 for a reading. I'll never add you as a friend. I'll never send a friend's request. They're brilliant at doing it because they really do make people think it's me, but it isn't me, it's a fraud. And if you go and pay your money across, they'll go and spend it in Hawaii or in Iceland, so just don't do it. It's heartbreaking for us because it's constant, but most of them seem to be abroad, and of course the British police won't have anything to do with it. So if they send you a friend request, just ignore it. Simple. Probably be sending you them now, so just ignore it. And just block, ban and delete them, and then they'll go away. The minute you start asking questions back, they suddenly block you. So if you say something really silly like, tell me when I first met you, and they can't answer it because obviously it's not me. So it's not me. So Facebook fraud pages, please ignore them, okay? Have you got the new app? Who's got the app? Jess can tell you about the app. Let her speak while I drink tea, because apparently I talk too much.
How does your app make you feel?
My app makes me feel very happy. Very happy.
You should download the app though, because it's much easier. Even for the technophobes.
And why is it easier, Jess?
I don't know, Paula.
What's
on QVC? It's easier because it's all in the one place. You can see the private readings, you can see the tour dates, you can see fun-filled information. What else can you do?
Well, eventually, in a little bit, you'll be seeing very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So you need to get the app. So we've just
download
the app, and it's free. The app is free. So we've just finished our Beyond the Stars tour. Can't believe it. Our last show was last night in Cumbernauld. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night. Very tragic messages. Lots of tears flowed. It was just incredible. I loved it. And we have a private reading day tomorrow and a private reading day Friday. And we have one Monday, one Tuesday, and then we're off for a couple of weeks. But you know me, can't stay away, so I'll still keep in touch. We'll still do some lives and things. And we then open up in August, on August the 15th, with our new tour, which is called, see if she knows the name.
Touched by Angels?
Yay! It's quite handy that you know the name.
And the next one's something else with angels too, Guided by Angels.
Let's just do the first one
So I've
first.
got a bit
Push over
confused.
yourself, love. So our first one's Touched by, our next one's Touched by Angels. Tickets are on sale now, but quite a lot of places have sold out, so don't leave it too long to get your tickets. So I wanted to ask you, I like kind of finding out from you guys, you know, you're the fans, you're the ones that, you know, vote with your feet. Oh, talking about voting. Do you remember a while ago? I'm going to. I am. I'm on Moo Cow. I'm on Moo Cow Life. Do you remember a while ago we asked you to vote for the Spirit and Soul Awards voting for your favourite psychic, and then what happens with that apparently is that you get you have to nominate somebody, and then you get put into the categories, and then the voting begins. And we found out absolutely delighted that you voted with your feet, and I have been chosen to be voted for.
I'm not going to vote for you.
Best psychic and best newcomer, which is a bit funny. Best newcomer, I've only been doing it years. So I'm in two categories, best newcomer and Britain's best love psychic. Of course I'm Britain's best love psychic because I'm the funniest. So they should have that, Britain's funniest psychic. So the voting opens on Friday. We will put a link up on Facebook, and please, 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 please vote for me. I've never won anything in my life ever. So if I won that, well, I don't know what I'd do. Actually, I don't think you'd ever hear the end of it. It's probably best not to vote for me. But I have not even won. I've not even won a pack of gold coins at the Christmas fair. I don't win anything. So if you could vote for me, that would be a bit. We were absolutely, extremely humbled to be able to be voted and in the final. So it's quite exciting. So I know. Woo-hoo! So voting starts then. And so what we're going to do was ask you if you'd attended any of the shows in Beyond the Stars, what your favourite moment was. If you've had a reading, if you've been part of the tour, perhaps you'd like write down and just can read some of them out. If you know, if you've experienced a reading from me, what has it done for you? How did it, did it affect your life? Hopefully it made it better.
When does the voting start?
The voting starts Friday, but we'll be putting up the link.
Like you, Paula, it's not an app, darling. It's you go on, you'll be putting a link on Facebook and you vote through that.
I do.
So that's through the app.
No, it's not through the app. No.
But download the app anyway, because that's fab.
Yeah, download the app.
Don't vote through there.
But don't vote through that.
Right, I'm going to try and catch up with these.
Because there's a lot of you been writing. A lot writing. So, what's your favourite part of the tour? Have you been to an event of mine? Have you had a reading? What do you think? What did it do for you? I think it's just nice to kind of have the feedback. And I must just tell you this. I have written this down because my memory's not very good. So, I've written some readings down because I went on. So, I did this reading for this lady in where were we Monday? Bathgate.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've never had anything like it in my life, and I had to share it. I think it's incredible. we did this reading for this lady, and I think it was her daughter, and it was the lady's mum that had passed, and she's just passed very recently. She was absolutely, like, she was just a thing possessed. She was manic in heaven. She was just, if you thought I spoke fast, she was like, dum, 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 dum. She was giving out orders, she was putting them through the drill, she was doing everything, just like she was, like, apparently how she was in life, because you know it's important for me to bring them through as they are in life. And I was saying something to her, and one of the girls said something like, you know, what kind of signs will I get? Has she done this? Has she done that? She just turned around and she said, look, love, I'm still learning how to be dead. Give me time. I was gone. I have never heard anything like it in my life. And I did say give her a shout out. So the lovely lady in spirit was Margaret Rose Caulfield. And Margaret Rose Caulfield, if your daughters are listening, they'll know how much you inspired me. And it was like, what a fantastic title for a book. I'm still learning how to be dead, give me time. So when I do write my book, that's going to be one of the titles. So don't be stealing it, anyone, it's mine. So learning how to be dead. And I just thought to myself, that's exactly what they do. For those of you that have seen the film Ghost, if you've just recently been bereaved, it's probably not a good idea, but it's taken me about 15 years to watch it after the death of my brother. And I watched it, and there's a part in there when Patrick Swizzlestick is downstairs on the train station, and he's so desperate to get in touch with Demi, and the big guy comes along and shows him how to touch things and how to swing the bins and everything. And that was how this was to me. She was learning still how to be an angel, but it's the way she said it was fantastic. So if you've lost somebody and you're not getting the signs, remember to give them the chance to learn how to be dead, to learn how to be an angel. I thought it was fantastic. So they obviously do need that time, as we need the time here to adapt. They need the time to adapt upstairs too, to be able to come through to you and give you the wonderful validations that they do. But I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was absolutely priceless.
I got a private reading for my Christmas 2 years ago. It was brilliant. So we got our daughter one for her birthday. She was delighted with it. Then we got my husband one for Father's Day, and he was a non-believer, but now he believes.
Oh, so that's fab. That's wonderful. That's lovely. Isn't Anne McGee tenor lady? No.
Anne McGee.
No.
I know Anne McGee. I don't know why I know Anne McGee.
I don't know. Somebody always
Kat Charles has just joined. Kat from Aberdeen.
Kat, from Spain. Kat.
Yes.
Hi, Kat. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. So, we're going to do some angel cards in a minute.
Can I read some comments first?
Yeah, you can. Let's just read some cards. Oh, so sorry.
Right, hang on, because I've had loads.
Just a minute.
Right, wait a minute. So, if I read some out, would you like to answer them? Come out.
What, you've got to knock?
Wherever you are.
Knock, knock. Who's that?
Okay, so we'll say some
Knock,
hellos.
knock.
Hang on. Knock. Who's there?
Isabel.
Isabel who?
Isabel on the bike.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor who? Right, hang on. Paula Campbell loves the cold.
Oh, I love the cold.
I love the cold.
I do.
I wish I was feeling more cold. Boiling. Rebecca says hello. Mandy says hello. She's just back from Benidorm.
Oh, hi Mandy, how are you doing?
Karen Robertson. Jess, you need to get one of those Stephen Brown's McCoos. Hang on. Hi ladies from North Carolina.
Ooh,
Roy Evans.
That's a nice accent down in North Carolina. That's
Chessa
lovely.
James, hi ladies, you look gorgeous as ever.
Of course, but I look more beautiful.
Sally Stevenson, thank you for my message last night, Paula. You're amazing. God bless you. Lee Crome, does Jess have your gift? Should have asked last night.
Oh,
no, I do not.
She did today when it came to cooking chicken kebabs for lunch.
I guessed what she was having for lunch, if that counts. I always say, if people ask me at the shows, I say I've got the gift of setting up.
Yeah, which is a brilliant gift.
And the gift of looking after
And the gift, I tell you what she has the gift of, being very bossy. Very bossy.
You think I'm bossy, but I learned my bossy from you.
No, I'm just...
I'm
a novice. I don't care. Oh, look at the angel card. Look what that says.
What does it say?
Birth.
Okay.
Oh.
Hang on.
Read some out, Jeff.
I'm trying. Owen Sullivan, I just ordered my new business app from the same company as you.
Oh, how wonderful. Well done.
Krista Williams, I had a reading from Paula. She is unbelievably accurate.
Aw, thank you.
Denim Connor, I love the fact you're wearing a onesie. Expected you to have such glamorous pyjamas. Batman for the win.
Batman! No, my son. So in this house, it's either Batman or Superman. My son is Batman, so God knows why I'm in Batman pyjamas, and my husband is Superman, and they have this big argument. So Batman, you've got to love a bit of Batman, haven't you? Wonder Woman, but I couldn't find any Wonder Woman ones.
Tara Riley, hi Paula and Jess. I need a reading desperately. Friday is a big day and I need to know everything will be good.
Well, why don't we draw some angel cards for you then?
Why don't we?
Okay, so if you want an angel card, just put angel card, please.
Tara Riley is the first one.
Ooh.
Oh, they're ones that were stickers.
There
They're
it
the
is.
stickers.
Oh, okay. Didn't know there were stickers in the box. So, Tara
Riley.
Let's just begin now. Strength.
Friday's a big day for her and she needs to know everything will be good.
Yes, it will. Yes, Tara. So if you want an angel card reading, just type in angel card and Jess will connect to you, okay? Or ask a question and we'll let the angel cards. If you want to ask a question, we'll let the angel cards decide the answer for you, okay? So Tara, I've been drawn to 2 cards. One is trust and one is strength. It's sometimes about putting the 2 together and having the strength of conviction to know that it will be okay, and having trust and faith in the unicorn.
Have trust and faith in the unicorns. Did you mean to say universe?
I did. I'm so sorry. But in my defence, and the picture is a unicorn. Honestly, look. And it's a little.
I can't see that.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, so trust in the unicorns because they're not going to lead you wrong. Trust in the little fairies. It helps.
Oh, what are you like?
Oh, so we start again. Oh God, you know when your tummy hurts because you're laughing too much. So,
I forgot who you're talking to now, aren't you?
Tara, I'm so sorry, Tara. I don't mean to diminish your day on Friday. I'm a big believer in unicorns and the universe. And the universe, God's sake, get grip with it. The universe will only give you what you're meant to have, no more, no less. And for Friday, it's about trusting that where you are right now is because that's where you're meant to be. And you're going to do the very best that you can do, literally with the hand that you've been dealt. And as far as I'm concerned, you've got this. And you need the strength in order to take your convictions further. Okay? Let me know how you get on.
Okay, next.
I'm so sorry.
Next is...
Oh, carry on then.
What were you going to say?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So just put down angel cards. Okay.
Mark, hairy homo. I've had to leave you and take my mother out. Hairy homo out.
Harry Homo's going. Bye, Harry Homo. Love
Okay.
you. Looking forward to my sandwiches in October. Or November even.
Angel card. So Emma Waslin. Angel card, please. Will I be able to know why my best friend took his own life?
I actually am... You'd think by now, after the many years I've been doing this, that literally I've been psychic for nearly 5 decades. There you go. That's a long time. And I don't think we ever stop learning. And I still am in awe of how our angels work, how spirit works, and how they do what they do. And many cards here, and I just went straight away to the first 2 cards. The first one says death, and the second one says peace. It's his angel's way of saying that he needed to find the peace in his death that he couldn't find in his life. And it's very hard for the survivors of a suicide to appreciate and accept that. It's part of the acceptance, because we often feel so guilty that we couldn't save them. My family is a first-hand survivor of suicide. My brother Keith, who was my guide, took his own life in 1989. And I've lived with many demons in my head for the best part of very nearly 30 years. Keith was my very, very best friend. And he is constantly coming through with other suicide victims to reassure their families that it was the right choice, 95% of the time. But one of the continuing things that I get shown is that they needed to find peace. And your friend has found his peace. And he just says, I hope that you one day can forgive me, because there's a lot of anger in the family. And no matter what you did, you couldn't have saved. It was impossible to save. Maybe this weekend, but what about the following weekend and the weekend after that? I hope that will help you understand the choice that was made a little bit clearer.
Terry Jones. Angel car please, really struggling at the moment. I lost my baby boy 3 weeks ago.
Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Okay. There's not even a word. Sorry. When I'm looking at the words on the angel cards, they do. I pick up birth. That was the only one that was upside down because I didn't like the words on the other ones. When children pass, I think any psychic medium who does their job correctly, it will be the most emotional reading and transference of information that we can have, because children are children, innocent. And I am particularly moved emotionally when children come through to me, and I've had many, many, many beautiful readings on their behalf. Your son keeps on reassuring me that it was not your fault, and I'm reluctant to do this so bluntly live. Terry, I just need to acknowledge that, was he in your arms when this happened? Because he just keeps saying, I died in Mummy's arms. And he just said, can you tell her that it's okay? There is an older grandma figure with him, so I don't know if your grandma's passed or his nan has passed, but he just keeps on making me feel that he's with his nan. And he's very funny, and he's very laughing. And in fact, one of the next cards, he said, can you just pick up that one, humour? It's probably not a very funny time, but for him, he has the most beautiful sense of being and the most beautiful sense of self. And he just said, can you just tell Mum that I'm okay up here? And he's laughing about the fact that there wasn't much room for him because you packed it with so much stuff. So he just said, tell Mum that, like, I thought we were going to need, you know, another one. So he just said, tell Mum I'm okay. Thank you. Oh.
Okay.
And in fact, Terry, did he have head issues, your son? Was there a problem with his head? Because he's giving me the most banging sore head. So if you could just connect to Jess and just let her know. Thank you.
Sarah Struth.
Yes, Sarah.
Paula, could you tell me if my mum's death was accidental or if she meant it? Any messages, please?
I picked up 2 cards before you connected and asked my brothers to connect the 2 cards to the next person's reading. And the 2 cards I have picked up are, you won't be able to see them, but maybe if you zoom in, risk and simplicity. So, when I connect, where's the Mary Margaret connection, Sarah? There's a big strong M, Mary Margaret, or the MAR name coming through. All I keep hearing is that your mum took a risk, but made it simple. And it paid off. And she now has what she needed. I don't know if it looked like an accident or it was tragic in some way, but she keeps repeating that was part of her journey. I can't breathe. She makes my breathing feel very laboured at this point. And she just said that my daughter will know what I mean. She had struggled for the last 6 months, and maybe, very maybe, was very secretive in part of her struggle and part of her journey. So it came as a very big shock to all of you, but perhaps not to Mum. She just did say, can you tell my daughter I love her? And I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. And if you can hear the snoring, it's not me, it's the dog. Keith's with us, and he has a very bad snoring habit.
Eileen Pirouette. Can I please have an angel card? My little sister passed away in June at the age of 29 and I never get the chance to say goodbye.
Okay. I'm going to pick you up another one because I'm... Okay, kind of weird choice of cards, but there you go. They are guided by them. The first one is release, and the second one is contentment. That's telling me that you need to release some of the guilt that you feel. And your sister just said to me, I'm going to choose one for me, because that's okay, isn't it? And I said, yeah, sure. And she said, then I'm going to choose one for my sister. So the one for her is contentment, kind of strange, but the one for you is release. And she's not asking you with this, she's telling you. And she just said, you need to release the guilt of not being able to say goodbye because your sister planned it that way. I don't know if you'd been and then you left, you got there and then you had to go. She just said for me it was all what it was. The contentment is her being content with where she is and how it happened. That's a big thing for you. If it's a big thing for your family, because they think of things differently to the way that we think things. So she just said, I'm content in what I am. The card actually is beautiful because it's got the most beautiful angel praying over a garden of roses. So I'm supposed to say thank you for the roses, thank you for the connection. But she just said, you need to look for me in all the hundreds of ways that our souls connect during the day. She said, I don't know where the flower connection is, but she's making me feel this flower connection is massive. So there is a connection here to either roses, lilies, flowers of some kind, daisy, perhaps in a name. But she just said, please, please, please release the guilt that you feel, okay? While you're looking through some of them,
Yep.
I did take the opportunity, we posted earlier today that we were coming on here this evening, and we asked people to comment, and I chose just 2 people to do 2 readings for, and I just wrote it down. You can go on and check.
Can you do this one first? She's posted it 5 times.
5 times. Go ahead.
Okay, Casey Cook. Angel card, please. My nana died 4 years ago due to lung cancer, and I recently lost my granddad in February to a heart attack. He died in my arms as I was giving him CPR. I just wanted to know if you wanted to be with my nana.
Your cards are beauty and vision. And that, for me, just sums it up. Your granddad, and I take it it's the granddad that was married to the grandma?
Oh, she never said.
Okay.
I think so.
Because I feel that he's married to the same grandma that you've lost, if that makes sense. So, in my head, that's how it is. And the vision is what he saw when he passed, the soul, the light, the beauty. And the beauty was who he met up with when he crossed over. You did the most incredibly brave thing, but your granddad just said he couldn't be saved. And you tried so hard. And he has a really stupid sense of humour too, because he said you were blowing when you were supposed to be pumping and pumping when you were supposed to be blowing, and you just did the most amazing thing trying to resuscitate him, but he just said the circumstances, it was just too big for him and he didn't want that, and he just said he gave in. I don't know if he's the James or the John connection, but there's a massive J connection when he comes through. And he just said that everybody that he's met up with, and I have to acknowledge that it's the same grandma, and he just said she really was a beauty and a vision to behold. So you need to know that they've found where they need to be, and their peace will be being together forever. You need to leave your feelings that you didn't do enough here, right now, tonight, please. Okay?
Yep.
So we had a couple of messages from a lady called Elaine Miller, and Elaine had said that her sister had passed in only April of this year, so obviously this is very new to you. And it was her sister's birthday on Saturday, and as I'm scrolling down, because how I do this is I scroll down and things shout out at me, and names kind of shout at me, and I just had this voice saying, stop, 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 that's my sister. So, and immediately she was showing me this huge field of daffodils, so daffodils will be a connection or a sign for her. I don't know if you gave her daffodils, she's planted daffodils, but I need to connect to that. She's giving me the J connection, which is super duper important. And then she started to connect to a C or a K name, so I need to acknowledge both the C and the K. When I get names, it can be for people they're with, people that they are their name, or people that they need to connect to that are still living. It's their way of validating who they're with. There's a mum figure with her, so I need to address that she's with your mum, which is just huge for you, I know. And between mum and your sister, there's head issues and chest pain, so I'm not sure who had what. But I just need to acknowledge that the chest pain is actually quite important as far as your sister's concerned. The 21st of the month is important, so I need to acknowledge birthday anniversary on the 21st. And she's also giving me some connection to October or the 10th of a month. And I don't know if you have her necklace or her religious artifact or her cross and chain, but she's showing me my mum's cross and chain, which actually I found today. So I just need to acknowledge that. And she just keeps on saying, can you tell my sister? It's hugely important. I love you, and mum was there, so can you stop worrying? I'm not on my own. And then I was very drawn to a Lydia McKinnon. She lost her son and a little child, and When he came through with bells on, and I'm getting the same feeling now. He had a very sore head, and he just keeps on saying, my head's sore. So I don't know, again, if he had the head injury or there was an issue with his head, but he just keeps on saying that I couldn't be saved. There is a big connection to April, or the 4th of a month, and there is an older male with him that feels like a grandfather figure to me, so I need to connect to the older male being with him. I don't know if you had a lucky rabbit's foot, or rabbits in your house were like everywhere, but he keeps on mentioning the rabbits. And for me, I had a lucky rabbit's foot when I was a kid. I don't think they do them anymore because they're pretty gross, aren't they? But he had, he's making me feel like he had the rabbit's foot for luck, and I'm supposed to mention that. He just keeps on saying he was not prepared. There was nothing could have prepared him for this. And he just said, can you tell Mum that it wasn't her job to save me? So there's this huge connection to it being almost impossible to save him. And I know that you've been without him for a very long time. But he just said, can you tell Mum that I'm with her every day? There is nowhere else I would sooner be. And that was for Lydia McKinnon. And the first one was for Elaine Miller. So if you can just let me know.
So I have feedback from Casey, who just did the reading for about her granddad and her nana.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. I was full of guilt. I didn't do enough to save him. I can't appreciate enough what you've done. Thank you. Thank you, Paula.
Oh, God bless you. Please, Casey. Guilt is a terrible thing. We do, on our app, there's a lot of, on the part of the app that says posts, and there's guidance for grief and grieving, and this, I'll actually open it up and then I'll be able to tell you what there is. And just bear with me just 2 seconds. What do I say? Moments. Moments, please. So this is the app. So that's what you get on the front of the app. Don't know if you can see it. There. And we're a bit behind on there.
Yeah.
And then if you click down at the bottom, there's a little thing that says posts. And then that will open up. And then down here is all of the things that you can click on, and they're posted. Jess and I write articles, all beautifully written, and I reflect every week on them. But on, and you can go up to the little top thing over there, and then there's like a sidebar. Look, it's all very, look.
You can see.
Pay attention. Down the sidebar, down here. And then you can click on it, posts, and it comes up. And on the posts, it's got guidance down at the bottom here. There's all the different subjects that we write on. So there's guidance, there's dealing with grief, and there's reflections. And every single week without fail, on a Tuesday, I write a reflection on the week I've had on the week before. So if I've done readings and things, you'll be in there. And on guidance, there's meditation, chakras, crystals, clearing negative energy, numerology. Are you an empath? Should you see a psychic or a psychic medium? Cleansing you and your own space. Guidance and understanding and coping with grief, and signs and what do they mean. And these have all been written by Jess and me, or Jess and I, and they're all on there for you to go and read. And then on the dealing with grief, there's so far angelversaries, how do you celebrate a loved one's angelversary, guilt and grief, and it talks very openly about things that I've encountered during my readings and how to cope with the subject of guilt. Guidance and understanding on coping with grief, to speak or not, should you speak, what should you say? Bearing my soul, I went on there and just had a little kind of bearing my soul. And then there's reflections, so every single week, and there's poems and thoughts and everything kind of that we've done, it goes on here. It's like a live to live weekly thing. And I get to express, as does Jess, certain subject matters. And I think some of them are quite poignant and they really do hit home. So if you are feeling, guilty, there's going to be a couple in the next couple of months. Survivor's guilt, which is a huge thing I often touch on during readings, when we are the survivor of somebody. Perhaps you've been in a car accident and you've survived, or somebody took their own life and you're the one that's still here. And there's so many different genres of things to have to cope with in your journey. I call it a journey through grief because that's what it's like to me. And as hopefully on there you'll find a lot of the topics insightful and helpful, and will give you different strategies to cope, because often reading other people's ideas on it, and I get everything I get through readings, then I think that's probably helpful. So for those of you, Casey, that are feeling guilty, then maybe that's, you go down and have a little look at the app, and again it's free, and go on and just have a little look and see what you think. And there's a page that you can look at, Lydia, some comments and things
here.
Oh yes, about the son. Yes.
Thank you, Paula. My son died of a head injury. Said to me, breaking my heart, he was in a road traffic accident.
Oh my God, Lydia, I've gone goosebumpily. He is, without doubt, an angel. He's an angel of, I don't know what to do. I'm so excited. I'm excited for him because he's so excited. He's throwing his arms around saying, yay, mummy got me, mummy got me. He's beautiful. And he just said, absolutely saved, and there was nothing that could be done. It was 1, 2, 3. But you've blamed yourself so much there, Lydia. And I just said, I'm so happy that Mum's happy. Don't cry. And I don't know, Lydia, if you've got a picture of him right now, because he says she's looking at me. So I don't know if you've got something of his in your hands, or you can see him, or you've got the photo because you just said she's with me and I'm with her. You need to let me know. I wish I could fly to you. I wish I could fly suddenly. I'm Batman, but I think there's limits. Damn Batman, there's limits. I know. I just wish I could get in my Batmobile. I wish I could fly and get in my Batmobile and come to you and give you an enormous, great big hug. He's so happy to have made that connection with you. But all he keeps on saying is, "Tell Mum, my head was sore," which is obviously, you know. But I also need to say that he didn't feel anything apart from a sore head. He didn't feel any pain at all. He just said, "I didn't. You need to tell Mummy I didn't feel anything because she'll worry." That's beautiful.
Peter Kennedy. Now, we met Peter Kennedy in Bathgate on Monday. Thank you for my private reading on Monday. I was totally starstruck meeting you. My mum and my sister also enjoyed the reading, and I will take on board your advice. Thanks, Paula.
That's lovely, yes. Peter. Thank you. You wouldn't have been so starstruck if I'd have been actually. You didn't look starstruck. You looked terrified. You never spoke. If I'd have been in my Batman onesie, maybe that would have made you feel slightly less starstruck there, Peter. That would be quite funny.
Oh, right.
Bless you.
People are saying that was such a lovely message.
It was lovely, wasn't it? Really is good. And of course, if you want to see that in real live action, you should come to one of my events. Let me just talk about the up close personal. They seem to be the most purchased and sold out events that we do, and they are incredibly lovely. So what's the difference between up close and a normal show? Normal show is an open event. It can be anything from, you know,
all the shows are good.
Well, just perfect. It can be anything from like 100 to 700 people, but an up close is always capped at a smaller amount, usually between 80 and 90. I mean, if the venue is smaller, like at the Dakota, it's only 60 people in there because that's all the room holds. And you get
do with that onesie what you do when you wear a pair of jeans.
I stick my hands in my pockets.
You are lethal when you have a bit. So she'll wear jeans, okay? So you all know Paula wears a lot of leggings, okay? So she'll wear these jeans. She has these 2 pairs of jeans that she wears. When she wears the jeans, she insists on walking with her hands in her pockets, which is rather dangerous. So she pulls up her little top and she sticks her hands in her pockets and she does kind of this kind of walk. And everywhere she goes, she does it.
Because I've never fitted jeans before. And so it makes me feel like
you do this little kind of.
Well, it's because I'm cool in my jeans.
One of these kind of walks.
I am, because it's trendy, and I've got.
But it's lethal because if she falls, she's going face first.
I'm screwed. I'll get a new nose.
There's gonna be no reflexes.
I get a new nose and a new chin. Anyway, so the up close bit. It was so rude. So the up close, it's so rude.
Who's the bossy one then?
You.
How the tables have turned.
So the are you done? Move over. Move over, darling. Move. Too far. Too much. Too far. So may I speak now?
You've done a lot of speaking. I go. Speak away. Go. Speak. Speak now. Come on, speak. Mum. Can you talk now?
I might, if you ask me nicely. So, if you do get a chance to come up...
that's it, you walk like a cowboy.
I do.
That's what you do.
Like John Wayne.
She walks like a cowboy. You can speak again. Sorry, that wasn't me that said that. That was Anne McGee.
You think that's appropriate?
It wasn't me.
You actually think that's appropriate? Do you know?
Tell off Anne McGee, not me.
Anne McGee. Anyway,
come on.
Can I speak about my up closes now, please?
Come on, we're waiting to hear it. You've taken so long.
Really? Really? You really want to be there?
Oh, you've dragged this on. Come on, woman. Spit it out.
So, anyway, so you get to sit at round tables or square tables, and you get little crispies and little snacks. You get little gifts, and the whole
really nice bacon bites.
What, the gifts?
No,
the crispies. They are nice. And then I don't stay on stage or at the front of the room. I come and sit with you. So last night we got this lovely 2 standout readings. Last night we had this reading for an older lady, and I went to sit at this side of the table, and I just looked across at her, and her husband had just appeared. And I just looked at her, I went, "Is your husband past?" And she went, "Yes." And he's right behind you, just literally like, boom. And then she started to cry, and I moved the chair, and I sat with her and cuddled her, and oh, I just love it. I love getting in there and cuddling everybody. And then, so she just loved it. And then we had a young boy who'd taken his own life, sadly, and his mum and his sister were there, and he had such a laugh with them.
And Mickey said you only like doing that when you've got your hands in your pockets and your jeans on.
What?
Cuddling people.
I do. I'm going to wear jeans to an event. You watch. I'm going to walk in like a cowboy. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. And I was able to connect to this little boy, her son, and it was lovely to be able to sit with them. It's lovely to be able to sit in amongst you.
People are saying we're flashing.
Flashing?
Loads of people have said, what are those flashes?
Oh, maybe they're orbs. I'll have to replay it back. I'll have to watch it back. Can you see flashes? That kind of flashing.
No, we're not flashing like that. No.
That flashing?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't think it's inappropriate flashing.
No, it's flashing of
lights.
Anyway,
Anyway.
that's it. We're going to wind down now.
Wind down.
Wind down.
Ow. You nipped me.
Did wind down.
Shall I read some more comments before we wind down?
You can. Read some more comments.
Okay. And Mickey, oh, I snort like you when I laugh too. What have we got? I've got a runny nose, I know that. Elaine Campbell, you sound so much fun, ladies.
Don't know about that.
Julie Mowbray, you remind me of me and my mum.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you trying to get on?
I was trying to see the comments too. I can't.
Comments are my job.
Well, sorry.
Back off, sister.
Oh, I've got me on there now, and I don't want me on there twice.
Okay.
Very warm.
Paula Campbell, always miss the up close tickets, but would love to hear from my little girl.
I'm too warm now.
I was at an up close and personal. Unfortunately, didn't get a read, and the snacks were great though, and the wee gifts were lovely.
It's nice, isn't it? Up closes are lovely if you get the chance to go. They are nice.
Elaine Pirouette. We did a reading.
We did.
Thank you so much, Paula. My sister's grave was a blanket of roses. It was her favourite flower. I wasn't going to get flowers, but did at the last minute and kept saying all day, I hope she likes them.
Oh, she did. Obviously.
If they didn't have roses.
That's fantastic. That's lovely. How lovely is that? Oh, I do like a feedback. I do.
Meg Tatum gets married in 4 weeks' time.
Oh, wow. That's lovely. Congratulations. Everybody will be there.
Okay, Sharon Hutchison. Can't we have another card before you go?
One more.
Going in. Sharon Hutchison, seen the Shast.
That one and that one. Adventure and faith. Sharon, for you. Adventure and faith. You need to have faith in them unicorns again. And you need to have faith in yourself. And I'm being told that you're pondering going and doing something and beginning a new adventure and having a new beginning, which will actually start in September. September is extremely important to you. But you don't have enough faith in your own ability to be able to do this, so I need to tell you to get your faith back. And someone is telling me that you've changed. The old you would have taken on Mount Everest. The new you can't practically walk up the stairs to get to Sainsbury's, so you need to have the faith and the commitment to be able to take on board what life gives you. Okay? My darling, what a lovely way to end. Thank you very much. Download the app. Big things happening, nice exciting things going to come up which will fill the app. And he says with a big grin, and shall we say goodbye?
Okay.
Goodbye. And we will, over the next couple of weeks, try and do a live again because I have another Wednesday off coming up very soon. And if you do get the chance to come along and see us, then please go online
and download the app.
Download the app and go online to paulaobrien.net and have a little look and maybe grab a ticket or two to come and see us. As always, it's been a pleasure to connect to you. It's good night from her and it's good night from me. And it's good night from Luke. Thank you.